Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version to put together the prophecy of Israel from the scattered bits and pieces of testimony left to us by the prophets of Israel 3,000 years ago. And I rearranged the text per instructed by Isaiah. And what I came up with was 2020. The year 2020 is the year of the controversy of Zion because it contains the three prophetic events that foretell the eventual destruction of the American nation, the United States of America. Now, today, we've just Biden has been elected. It's been a couple of days now. We haven't really heard anything from Trump yet. But the next couple of months, until January 20th, it has potential to be really bad. Now, COVID-19 is going to make it bad no matter what, because of Trump, which is part of the prophecy. It says that we're going to be casting out our dead in silence. And that will be due to the shame of knowing that we did nothing when we could have done something. Now, it is my hope that Biden will do everything he can in the meantime to set up a real COVID-19 response. I know that no matter what he's going to do, it's not going to be enough. Because no matter what he puts in place, Trump's people are still going to be Trump's people. The hardcore ones. I'm not talking about the everyday Americans who are Republicans who went with the Republican Party because that's what they do. I'm hoping my mother's one of those. But we'll have to wait and see how many QAnon believers there are. Because QAnon right now is the big if. If QAnon does truly believe that Trump is the Messiah, then they are going as violent as some of them are. Ugh. A failed Messiah is a terrible thing, my friends. Which is a terrible thing. But we don't know yet what QAnon is going to do. We don't know what Proud Boys are going to do. We don't know what his little militia army that he talks about is going to do. It's a scary thought. But it doesn't absolutely have to be. See, the future is about probabilities. It's probable that these groups are already banded together under Trump's authority. His secret little Gestapo that he was planning on using to suppress Black Lives Matter, and we'll just have to see how far he's willing to go to keep the White House. But whether he stays or goes, it doesn't really matter to the people of Zion if we stay off the streets. Now, there is a passage in here that says that we should cloister ourselves at this time, that we need to stay in our little hidey holes, stay safe. And that is our best advice, because this is not yet our window of opportunity. That will come in the spring. And by then, Trump should be out of the picture. Because hopefully, now that he has been deposed, and I'm going to call it a deposing because he had every intention on staying and becoming just like Putin. That was his big dream, to be Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is, and to be just like all those tyrants, because that's his big dream. He wants to rule the world with his little triad of evil. But that's not going to happen. But we have to wait until he gets out of the way first. Now, in my book, I use Trump as um, an example of what not to be, who not to be, how not to act, what not to say, how not. I mean, he is just a textbook example of how to be rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. And his downfall is not going to be pretty, because I'm still hoping to see that man with his hands behind his back in irons being escorted from the White House, facing charges. And I hope that those charges include treason, attempted, an attempted coup. That's probably what treason, that would be covered in treason, but fraud, and well, the list goes on and on. But I hope that he pays for every single crime that he has committed in the last 4 years. I don't care about the ones that came before. They're just too numerous to even worry about. Karma will take care of that on his death. But for the sake of the United States of America, I hope he and all of his white supremacist buddies and all their fanatical follower QAnon people go down. It would be better for the United States of America, and it would be better for the world, and it would pave the way for the next big thing. And according to the prophecy, that should be me. Because once Trump is out of the way, then the next big scandal is going to be what people are looking for. And what is more scandalous? The woman saying that drug use is a sacred calling and that the war on drugs needs to end because it is in direct opposition of the sacred texts of the Bible, the very book that the Christians use to proclaim all of their self-righteous crap. So it's going to be fun. Because you see, I use Trump as the example of the worst possible American you could imagine. And I'm going to use Biden as the best. Just kind of like this election did. Now, see, I'm going to pit myself, my morality, against theirs. So, we will have to come up with the worst pothead on the planet who stands for everything that potheads are supposed to be, because that's not what I am. That's definitely not what I am. I am going to pretty much, say, hey, look, the gray chose me for a reason. They think that I'm a moral person like they are. So we're going to put my morality against the world's. And that should be a very interesting fight. If you already viewed my book, you would know that my morality is nothing like Christian morality or government morality or even religious morality, although I plan on unifying all religious beliefs and changing religion fundamentally, not as a waiting game for somebody to come, but as here we are. Because God is gray, and gray are here. And my job is to make first contact, which is what I'm hoping to do next spring. But you see, I can't do it alone. In order for me to make official first contact with the Grey, and to bring them into the human sphere of influence, to bring them openly to Earth, is to invite them openly to Earth, to stage an event so big that it'll catch the entire world's attention. So shocking that everybody will pay attention because it's the thing. And so glorious that everybody who hears about it, who really wants any component of it, would be just like, yeah, I'm ready, let's go. That's my camp out for peace, my camp out for freedom, to end the war on drugs. And that camp out for freedom is kind of a combination of Mahatma Gandhi and Moses, because we are going to stage a national Zionite strike, a unity strike, where we're going to take the hard steps to get rid of COVID that even Biden's not going to be able to do. Because it's already been said that Biden does not have the authority to create a lockdown in America, that the states have to do that. Well, you know that the Republican states are not going to do that because they didn't. They're going to go their merry way. And the Senate, it's like all the Republicans are going to be opposed. It's like there's no unity in America. That is the problem in America. There's no unity. So I predict that by spring, there will be enough potheads, drug users, poor people, and just fed up Americans who will be ready to go on strike, to stage a prophetic revolution. Because that's what it is. Because this is what it's like. We do this great big camp out. We quarantine ourselves from COVID-19. We quarantine, stop, lockdown. Only people about are the people in hazmat suits that are distributing supplies and taking care of the sick. Till we eradicate COVID-19 completely. Like New Zealand almost did. Or, like most of these countries in the world did. So we're going to eradicate COVID-19 in our camp. And then we're going to hold a solemn assembly, as foretold. And we are going to mentally pray as a nation for our gray friends and fathers to come and help us to overcome our enemies, to justify us in the eyes of the world, and to end the war on drugs, and to give us reimbursement for all of our pain and suffering over the last 80 years, 100 years. So that's what we're going camping for, I think. Because according to the prophecy of Israel, we go camping, we eradicate COVID-19, we call on the Grey land in their ships. Then the whole world will see our righteousness, because we will become the most honored people on the planet, a people who have been proven to be unjustifiably persecuted for no reason at all, and that our true purpose is glorious, to be the spokesman for an alien race, so that alien technologies and alien visitors can come to Earth on an open basis, and we can have a society based on eons old government organization called the Temple Complex. Why not? Sounds a lot better than democracy to me. So, may the Grey watch over you this winter of our discontent. May they protect you, guide you, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. Make your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Find a hobby I'm talking about. Something that you can make your life story. Something you really want to do with yourself. That's going to be your guild, or at least one of your guilds. So, in the spring, if I'm right, it'll be time to go camping. Then we'll all stay happy and high together forever. So I'm going to say later now. Love you. I'll never say goodbye.